Hello, I'm Ella, and today I thought I'd make a video about how to stop buying fast fashion. So I've kind of been on a journey for about 4 years now where I've been decreasing the amount of fast fashion I've been buying, and actually since September 2019 I haven't bought anything from a fast fashion brand, so I feel like I'm qualified to give you some advice on how to stop. This could be a great goal to bring it into 2021. Obviously making your fashion habits more sustainable, stopping shopping addiction, and learning to just treat shopping with a more conscious mindset. So step one, I'm going to state the obvious here and just say, just stop buying fast fashion. I know that's easier said than done for some people, but actually stop going on the websites, stop buying. What a concept. You definitely came here because you wanted advice, not just to be told to stop. But definitely consider it as an option. I know for some people, just having someone like me go, stop buying fast fashion, it might help. So I thought I'd throw that out there just to start with. Step two, unfollow all fast fashion brands on social media. By following them, you're basically giving them free advertising on your feed. Like, you're just following them for them to post pictures of stuff that then they want you to buy. It's like, don't fall for that marketing. It's so easy. I know that like a lot of people will follow them for inspiration or, oh, I'm just looking at the trends, but actually you can follow fashion creators, you can look on Pinterest, you can actually find more valuable sources of inspiration than just following a brand. Giving them free advertising? No thanks. So don't let them dictate your style. You should be able to dictate your style on your own. You don't need a brand to tell you what to buy. I know that a lot of people will only buy what's on trend and only wear what's on trend, which inevitably that cycle means you're going to be constantly buying and getting rid of clothes. So if you find your own style on your own, then when it comes to finding your style, you won't struggle because you'll already be developing it. Step three, don't make shopping a hobby and don't go into shops to browse. I know that it's a lot easier currently with lockdown. I know that normally a lot of people will just go shopping for fun, and yes, it's like if you love fashion, shopping can be great. It's such a consumer mindset to just be like, I'm gonna go shopping. It's like, why do you need to buy things to have fun and to buy things to make you happy? Maybe think about that. Shops are designed to make you want to buy things. So even if you're just going in the shop for fun, you're quite likely going to come out and want to buy something. And it's like, if you're trying not to buy things, don't go into shops. It's such a simple concept, but so many people will just ignore it. Which leads on to step four, obviously a bit more relevant in lockdown. Don't browse fast fashion websites. This is so easy to avoid. You literally can get website blockers and things to stop you from going on websites if you really have a problem. Otherwise, just don't go on the websites. Don't just type in ... pretty little thing. Like when you're bored, like why would you do that when you're bored? That doesn't make sense. Do other things when you're bored, like talk to your friends. Plus, if you're trying to stop buying things, don't tempt yourself. Don't even look on the website, because by looking you're then gonna see something that you think you need and then you're gonna buy it, and then the whole concept of trying to stop buying fast fashion is completely ruined because you've just bought something. So whoops. In addition to this, buying online can be so impulsive, just lack decision behind it. So obviously you just press buy, and then if you've already got your details saved on there, just process it straight away and it's just so instant. Whereas like when we were going in shops, you were then handing money over, you have to queue and you have to actually think about what you're doing. Buying is such a seamless exercise when it's online, because you just go boopity boop, put in the basket, press buy, wait, and it literally arrives at your door in like 2 days, and it's like, whoa, did I even think about buying that in the first place? Probably not. Step number 5, 6? Learn that you can appreciate fashion aesthetically and as an art without needing to buy every single thing that you love. For example, I really like the trend that is like all the really bright, colourful, pastel kind of coloured clothes, but I know that if I bought that for myself, just because I aesthetically like what it looks like, I wouldn't wear it because it's just not my style. But I can still look at photos and appreciate the aesthetics of the art that is fashion, because fashion is an art, so it makes sense to be appreciating it. But also, when you go to an art gallery, you don't buy every painting that you like. So I think sometimes we should start treating fashion like we do art, where you can still look at people's clothes and you can still look at Instagram and look at Pinterest and look at outfit inspiration, but it doesn't mean we have to buy every single thing that we like, because sometimes it's just not practical for our lifestyle. And also, you might not necessarily need it. You might already have something similar that you wear more often. Consider that. This also applies for trends. Trends are literally weekly now. That's the fast fashion model. It's like 52 fashion weeks rather than just seasonal. If you're not following those weekly trends, you're going to be able to express your style so much more, because you're not just following what brands want you to wear. And actually then you can figure out what you love, not buy loads of unnecessary stuff that in 3 months' time you're going to hate and not want to wear anymore because it's out of trend. Step 6. Stop using online shopping and fast fashion shopping as retail therapy. If you're feeling sad, like, you're not going to solve the problem by buying clothes. I don't know whoever thought that was a good idea. I'm not sure. You have a genuine problem. Actually deal with that problem. Communicate that problem with whoever the problem is with. There's a lot of problem in that sentence. Deal with your problems. Don't distract yourself from your problems by buying things. And I know that fast fashion is easy to do that with because it's so cheap, but then when you think about the cost of it, like the true cost of it, drop the documentary hint in there, the true cost of fast fashion is injustice, exploitation of workers, harm to the environment, consumerist attitudes. You're just adding more problems by supporting fast fashion. So deal with your problems over here first. In regards to that also, it'll only make you feel good temporarily. Buying something, you buy it, you press it in your basket, it arrives at your door, you look at it, you try it on, you're like, woohoo, I look good. And then like 3 days later, that fashion item is completely gone from your brain and the excitement's over. And then you're probably going back to just feeling sad again. It's a vicious cycle, so don't enter into it if you can avoid it. Step 7, another way you can stop is by just appreciating what you already own and restyling what you own already. Upcycling, just finding different ways of wearing what you own already. If you're just constantly buying and buying fast fashion, you're not going to be able to have a good wardrobe because you're not thinking about it, and you're just going to be buying loads of one-off pieces that don't really match with anything else. Well, you're just going to have a wardrobe full of clothes and nothing to wear because nothing's going to match. I realise that for some people, if they've only ever bought fast fashion and only buy clothes on the basis that it's a cute individual piece and they haven't actually thought about whether it matches everything else, this may be more difficult, but it is possible. You can just get creative and mix and match things. Don't be afraid to wear the same thing twice. If you love an outfit, wear it. Whoever told you that you can't post it twice on Instagram is so wrong. If you're worried about that, that's probably a problem in itself, so maybe you should deal with that first. Step 8, that's not 8, switch to sustainable alternatives. This isn't actually solving the problem of buying too many clothes, as I see so often people go, yay, I'm not buying fast fashion anymore, but then they're buying from charity shops the same amount, if not more, than when they were buying fast fashion, and it's like, you're still consuming, you're still over consuming. Yes, it's better for the environment. Obviously, you don't want to bash anyone for that. If you are going to have a shopping addiction, make it a sustainable shopping addiction. Let's write that like in quotes. But if you are going to ease your way out of fast fashion shopping, one of the ways you could do this is by changing the way you shop, and one of those ways you can do that is through secondhand shopping. So I would actually say some good places you can do that: charity shops, thrifting, that's obvious, but obviously right now we can't really do that, so maybe the online options would be a bit more useful for this current 2021 moment. Depop. I know it's got to be expensive, I know it's been gentrified, I've literally watched it happen over the last 4 years, but still good for some things. And if, to be fair, you're used to spending more money on clothes than buying those clothes with the same price secondhand, it's not going to be that much of a difference. If anything, you're doing better for the planet. By buying someone's clothes, you're probably helping them pay rent or helping them support their lives rather than supporting a corporation that's exploiting people across the world. So you may as well support your locals. Support your friends. Vinted as well, which is more up and coming. I did go on it recently. The prices have gone up, but it is still cheaper than Depop so far. Catch it while it's cheap. But there's a lot more like charity shop vibes. People are more willing to sell stuff cheap because they're not really out here trying to make profit. They're just trying to get rid of their stuff. and also Facebook swap groups. I'm part of one called Swap Family on Facebook, which is a UK based selling and swapping Facebook group where we have like maximum prices of £5, which has been perfect because it just equalises the selling altogether, and it kind of solves the problem of Depop profiteering, because actually if everything's £5 or under, it's like charity shopping except online. It's kind of genius. And you can also swap on there, which is great if you don't want to keep buying stuff, but you have stuff that you want to get rid of, and then there's something you want, you can just swap it instead of just accumulating. Did I swap this jumper? I got this jumper on Swap Family, but I can't remember if I bought it or if I swapped it. I don't know, but it was cheap, like £5. And then eBay as well. This is a little bit more difficult to navigate, because obviously you have to wait for the auctions and like actually look quite often. But eBay can be great. Again, generally quite cheap. It's less in the Gen Z radar, so I feel like it will definitely be a place where things are cheaper. And lastly, obviously vintage shops. Though something I have realised is that this isn't necessarily everyone's style. Yes, some people want to wear 80s windbreakers like all the time, but personally I'm okay. I definitely like using vintage shops for denim. So that's all my tips that I have. I'm going to set a challenge for everyone watching this. In 2021, try and at least reduce your fast fashion consumption. Try stop altogether. If you can do that, amazing, love you. But also, I know that that's not feasible for everyone and it's not accessible for everyone. Even if you just try like a no-buy month, I know a lot of people do like no-buy years. It's where you only buy things that are essential for a select period of time. I'll probably do more videos about that because I'm considering trying one. Let me know if you do set that goal for 2021. Would be pretty cool. Hopefully you like this video. I'm going to do the YouTuber thing and say give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, that'd be fun. Comment down below if you have any other tips on how to stop buying fast fashion, or if you've stopped buying fast fashion, like your experience. I would love to know. So yeah, thanks for watching.